I want to show you in this video how to put the magnetic snap on the closure loop. Not that it's difficult, it's just a little confusing, and it was hard to write written directions that I felt you were going to be able to understand easily. You want to take your 5-inch piece of fabric for the closure, the 5-inch width. You want to do just like you do the straps, where you press into the center and then you press again into the center. And what you'll have will be 4 sections that are each about 1 1/4. You want to take one of these, and see, when we close it up, they're all going to be inside here, but you need to have one of these top ones to put the magnetic snap on, and one of those top ones is going to be one of these two right here. And either one, it doesn't matter, but whichever one you decide to put on, then just put a little bit of fusible interfacing on the back side here, and then mark with a ruler, mark 1 inch down from the pressed edge. And I forgot to mention that you do want to press one edge down about 1/4 of an inch and use steam and seam to close that up, to hold that down, which is I have already done. And so now I have made my mark for 1 inch down from that pressed edge. The other edge is going to be the raw edge. That would not be the edge you use. You use the one that has the pressed edge. Mark 1 inch down, and then if you take your magnetic snap, it has 2 prongs on it. If you take that and you press that into the fabric, you'll get a small indentation that you can use to make your markings. Then what you want to do is just take a pair of scissors or a rotary cutter and just trim through those 2 marks right there, just like that. Go through all the way to the front of that fabric piece. Then from the front, now you want to put your prongs through those openings. Turn it over to the back and put your washer on. And then take a tool. I don't have it over here with me, but you want to take a tool and push that into the center. And you know, a lot of times you can push these prongs to the outside, but in this instance you want to push it to the center because of the fact that you don't have a lot of room on your edges here. And I don't think I actually got that in the center. You would want to put that in the center. If I close it up, I can see that I've actually gotten over more to the left side than the right, which will be okay in this instance because that'll give me room to stitch down if I want to stitch the edges down. I usually just use steam and seam though. So you've got your piece on here, you've got your magnetic snap on here, and you can put a piece of fusible interfacing on top, or not interfacing but batting, piece of fusible batting on top to give you a little extra security for this magnetic snap. Now once you do that, you will fold this over so that you have all the edges enclosed, and that will be the part. Then you can take steam and seam, and you need to steam and seam all of these pieces down so that they don't open up on the outside edge here. And then, or you can stitch it down. You have enough room here to stitch that down, and then you'll either want to steam a seam down this way or stitch down. Now if you want to dress this up a little bit after you put your magnetic snap on, or you can even do this before the magnetic snap goes on, the opposite side you can add. This is the part that's going to be showing. The magnetic snap is going to be facing down when you put it on the last step to assemble all the pieces, because that magnetic snap is going to snap onto the pocket side of it, the male side or the female side. These are actually got on opposite. So you will, if you want to have this little bit of a dressy addition to it, a piece of ribbon would go on the front side. And what you would do is apply steam a seam to the back side of this ribbon, and then press it on right here. Close this up, bring it over, and then bring your ribbon down to the front, and in the center then steam a seam that onto your center of your ribbon so that your magnetic snap is on the back and the ribbon is on the front after it gets put on to the entire project.